today. Really? Duct tape? You acting like we on our way to Home Depot.
Fast 9 is directed by Justin Lin. It is the 9th installment of the Fast and Furious saga. Well, 10 if you count Hobbs and Shaw. It is based on a screenplay by Justin Lin, Daniel Casey, and Alfredo Batello. And it stars Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese Gibson, Chris Ludacris Bridges, John Cena, Charlize Theron, Natalie Amu, and of course, how can we forget, Sue Kang as Han. Justice for Han has been served, everyone. The movie is the 9th installment of the Fast and Furious franchise. I, for one, I love the Fast and Furious franchise. I have all the movies right there. Okay? I've heard lots of negative things about this movie. The one thing I've heard negatively about this movie is it defies the laws of gravity, it defies the laws of science, it defies everything that's not logic in movies. Like, they go to space in this movie. Space! I was like, well, they finally did it. They finally went beyond, above and beyond. To infinity and beyond, should I say. But, yeah. The movie basically is the continuation of what happens at the end of 8 with basically Cypher, who Mr. Nobody, played by Kurt Russell, has been after. Cypher, Charlize Theron. And she now is being held prisoner by this Swedish terrorist or whatever who wants to basically create Ares, which is the god of war, like kind of program how they had like God's Eye, now they have Ares. And basically it's going to do exactly what God's Eye, actually God's Eye was a tracking device. It's basically like a missile or something that's going to destroy things. And really that's it. And so they need Cypher for some reason, and they also Vin Diesel is now retired. He's like trying to be like Brian, played by Paul Walker. He's trying to settle down with his little kid, also called Brian, and he's trying to settle down the hard life up until, you know, Mr. Nobody's plane goes down, so he has to get back in the game. I love the Fast movies. I really do. I think 5 through 7 are really good movies. I love watching those every time. I usually do a binge-a-thon if like there's a new Fast movie coming out. I didn't do one this time because I just didn't feel like it. Like, I watched, before the pandemic started last year, I watched all the movies because I just really was excited for Fast 9. And I got bummed that it got delayed, and they kept delaying it. And I was like, come on, I just want to see it. And I even got excited this weekend. I bought a Fast and Furious shirt. So excited for this movie. I was like, oh, I can't wait to watch a good Fast and Furious movie. And I was kind of bummed that The Rock wasn't in it because he's my favorite actor and I really love The Rock. And I'll watch anything that man is in. I'm so excited to watch Jungle Cruise coming out soon and Black Adams. And also Red Notice. I'm so excited. But yeah, I was kind of bummed, which they did say Justin Lin, the director, who also directed 3 through 6. Yep, he directed 3 through 6. Tokyo Drift through Fast 6. And so he is also going to return and do 10 and 11, which are supposed to be the final chapter. We'll see. Nothing ever ends. Just like Watchmen, nothing ever ends. Because if you've read the book, it says nothing ever ends. I'm sure the HBO series is not continuing, but something will happen with that, I'm sure. But back to Fast and Furious. The movie itself, some people are speculating, well, shouldn't have it ended after 7? I feel like it could have, although there are moments in each Fast movie I really like. I love the first Fast movie. I think the first one's really good. 5 through 7, I feel like got the franchise right on track. Like 4 was okay, but it wasn't like what we wanted. We wanted like, come on, we want some good Fast and Furious. And then 5 kind of gave us that. Then 6 came out and it gave us that too. And then 7 was like the biggest Fast and Furious movie opening ever. And then 8 came out and people were like, oh, it was okay. And I mean, there's some cool stuff in it. Like the prison fight sequence is my favorite. I've watched that sequence over and over again. And The Rock and Jason Statham just throwing down guards. And there's a cool scene where the guy tries to shove him and he stabs him in the chest and goes, keep waiting, bitch. And then throws him across the... That's so great. I love that sequence. I just love that sequence. And I love at the beginning of Fast 7, the hospital scene where Jason Statham was walking out like a badass with the song payback plan. That's just so awesome. You know, and Fast 1 is really good. There's like the cool SWAT sequence, you know, that I love. And then Too Fast, Too Furious is not my favorite movie, and I don't really like it that much. I'm trying to think of a positive. Oh yeah, there's a scene where like they hit the NOS button and it throws them out the car. That's a pretty cool sequence, I guess. I don't really like that. I really don't watch that movie that often. Like, to me, I'd rather just skip go to 4. Although Tokyo Drift is a really underappreciated movie, there are some good moments. I mean, Justin Lin did try to deliver on this first. I mean, that was his first movie that, you know, I know of that he directed, and he did a good job for what he could. And that Vin Diesel cameo was really cool at the end, and there were some good moments in the movie. I mean, the guy has an incredible Hulk car. So, I mean, that's what's so cool. Twinkie does. By the way, they're in this movie, by the way. The Tokyo Drift guys, they're in the movie. And they have some great sequences in the movie. Like, they're trying, like, to build, like, they went from street racing and drifting to, like, building rockets now with cars on them. And you're like, oh my god. And then the car blows up. Just a tad insult to injury. And they're racing a jet, which a freaking jet. And then, like, the jet doesn't even know they're racing, by the way. You think, like, oh, the jet's probably like, oh, it's a simulation for them. No! The jet's just, they're buying, everybody's like, watch this, woo, woo! And, like, and Roman and Ludacris's character, I forget what Ludacris's character's name is. But, yeah, Roman and Ludacris are like, look at each other like, why are they so excited? It's a funny moment because, like, they're idiots trying to with a rocket. And that's what's so funny about this, though. That was so funny. The movie has a lot of great stuff. There's a lot of action. John Cena is pretty good in the movie. I mean, really doesn't have much character. I mean, it's just, you know, he's set up to be like the bad guy. And I called I said, I guarantee you. I called, like, oh, he's going to turn good at the end. I guarantee you. And I went like, yep, I was right. Like, that's like, it's so like, there were moments in me I was predicting, like, okay, I bet you this, it did happen. I bet you this is going to happen. It happened. I mean, the movie's kind of predictable in some ways. And also, there are sequences that I really did like. Like, there was a sequence that I was like, oh my god, this is so awesome. And, you know, like, there was a sequence, I will say, what was it I really liked the sequence at the beginning of the movie. Where, like, you know, you find out, because they have the first Fast movie, you know, Vin Diesel always talked about how he got banned from the tracks and everything, and that, you see that at the beginning of the movie. There's flashbacks throughout about, you know, young Dom, and I like that there are little Easter eggs if you watch that scene, like, oh, that's the character from Fast and Furious 1, that's the character from Fast and the Furious 1, oh my god, that's supposed to be Hector, I'm like, oh my god, you know, like, you're really getting excited about, like, oh my god, they're like, you know, they could have just said, oh, we'll just bring Letty and that's it. You know, you didn't have to do all that, but they did that, and I respected Justin Lin for doing that. And I really was excited they actually paid attention. That right there made me appreciate this movie a lot more. I was saying, like, okay, because each Fast movie, there are moments that I like. I really didn't like any moment in this movie, but that was the only sequence. If that wasn't in it, I wouldn't have liked this movie. Like, that was the moment to me that I was like, oh my god, I like this sequence. You know, and it was always talked about off screen, but you know what? It was fine. I really appreciated this, that they did that, you know, and the only thing I was kind of questioning was like, okay, Vin Diesel and I just don't believe John Cena's his brother. And I was half brother, I would say, okay, I just don't believe Vin Diesel's John Cena's brother. I just didn't believe that. I was like if The Rock was his brother, I'd believe that. But John Cena, I'm like, no, I don't buy that. I mean, yeah, they're both athletic, but that's about it. They look nothing alike. And I'm like, I just don't really buy it. You know, I was like, I just don't buy it. And then always like angry, like, oh. Like, I'm like, John Cena is more believable as Peacemaker in the upcoming Suicide Squad movie than he is as a badass in this movie. I just watched him going, you're not that tough, bro. Like, I believed his character in The Marine was tough over this movie. But, I mean, it wasn't I like John Cena. He was okay, I guess, in this movie. I mean, it wasn't my favorite character. I know they didn't, and also this one pet peeve I really had was they don't have a leading man in the movie. Like you have Vin Diesel, who's the leading man, but then you usually, it's not maybe not the leading man, but it's like the secondary, like the straight man to the leading man. You know, like Vin Diesel always been Vin Diesel and Paul Walker. Now in this movie, Paul Walker, of course, tragically passed away, and you know I'm glad that you know they got to finish 7, so that way they can retire his character. I'm really glad about that, and I have some issues the ending of this movie relating to that upcoming. But in 8, they had The Rock. The Rock was basically the straight man to Vin Diesel, and I like that. But The Rock, of course, is not in this movie because, well, the reason was he said he was doing they're doing like he was about to start shooting Jumanji 2 or Jungle Cruise or something, so he couldn't do the movie. I think it was that, or he said something about he had to do promotional tour with Hobbs and Shaw or something like that. I know Jason Statham makes a cameo in this movie, but Justin Lin did say The Rock will be back for 10 and 11, so that's good on that. And they're doing a sequel to Hobbs and Shaw, so that's also good. So we're going to see more of Hobbs. So that's not the end of Luke Hobbs. So good on that. And that's one reason why I'm excited for 10 is that, you know, The Rock will be back in it. I really like The Rock in 8. And which I wasn't that bummed about The Rock not being in this movie. I was kind of a little bit, but I'm like, he really wasn't in 7, and 7's a really good movie. Like, he was in like 3 or 4 sequences, because he wasn't originally supposed to be in the movie at all. Originally, like, he was doing another movie with schedule. I think it was Hercules he was doing, and so he couldn't do the movie, and so his schedule just had a few days to shoot, so he showed up, because James Wan rearranged his schedule so they could do The Rock, because he's like, look, we just got like 3 or 4 scenes. Just come in and do the scenes, and you're good. And he did those 3 or 4 scenes, and then he's like, all right, bye. And then that next thing you know, he's in the movie. And I'm kind of glad that, because, you know, The Rock is really like one of my favorite actors, and he's a really good man. I've heard he does great things, and I just love The Rock, okay? Not going to talk about The Rock all day. He is such a great guy. But no, the movie, though, itself, I will say this, it just doesn't... There are certain parts of the movie where you're like, all right, yeah. Like, the space sequence was fun, but, like, I was just calling BS on it. Like, there's no way this would happen. First off, how do you use the steering wheel in space, okay? The wheels, okay, they're obsolete now, and the rocket would be doing the work. So shouldn't you have something controlling the rocket or something? I mean, it just seems like... And then, on top of that, they're using, like, old scuba gear as a space helmet. I'm like, that thing would crack and their skulls would be busted in right now. And I just... Stuff like that, I was not stupid. And he's like, we're going to use nitrous and ram it and crash it. Like, they would die, absolutely. They would absolutely die. You know, like, I agree with what Ludacris was saying earlier. Like we said, that will crash and kill us. Like, yes, that's exactly what would happen. First off, if you made it to space and you made it this far, that's exactly what would happen when you did that. And I was thinking, like, yeah, Luke. And then there's even a moment where they're like, they kind of almost break the fourth wall. Where they're like, and I kind of agree with it, but I'm like, why would you do this? Where they're like, they kind of say, like, I think we're invincible. You know, because I got look, bulletproof, got shot, no bullets. And then they're like, yeah, what if we are invincible? I'm like, are they breaking the fourth wall right now to acknowledge the fact that this is a movie? And then they kind of just throw that away, like, I'm like, this movie's becoming so self-aware of itself that it's ridiculous. And also, there is a moment, I know this is a stupid moment, but there is a moment in the movie that is also, I kind of laughed at, because I was laughing hysterically at this moment, was like, there's a couple of Star Wars references in the movie. Like, out of nowhere, this is like, literally, they start talking about Star Wars. Like, the 2 villains of the movie were talking about Star Wars out of nowhere. Like, Charlize Theron's character is like, you know, he says, like, Star Wars, okay? And he goes, am I like, the bad guy's like, am I like Luke Skywalker? He's like, I am Luke Skywalker. And she goes, no, you're Yoda, because you're a puppet with someone's hand up your ass. I'm just like, I'm like, first off, Frank Oz would probably be like, fuck you. And B, he'd be like, you know, first off, Yoda was a wise Jedi Master. Which, first off, the guy actually says that line in the movie, because Yoda was a Jedi Master. I'll take it. And then he goes, after she says the hand up the ass store thing, he goes, no, I'm Han Solo. And also, he tells the guy, he tells all of his men how to track, who was it they're tracking? Vin Diesel, his character Dom. He's telling how to tell Dom, he says, use anything you can. Radar, satellite, the Millennium Falcon, see if Chewbacca's available. I'm just like, what? I'm like, if he makes one more Star Wars reference, Disney's gonna send a cease and desist to him. Like, this movie, like, you gotta cut all the Star Wars references, bro. I'm like, there's so many Star Wars references in this one scene. And it's one scene, it's not spread out to the movie. It's this one scene. It's like, literally, they're like, look, he's like, I bet you the writer was like, look, Justin, I guarantee we can win the Star Wars fans over. Like, how? Like, Star Wars reference. That's genius. Yeah, let's do it. And they're like, check with legal to make sure Disney won't sue us. Okay. No, we're clear. As long as we don't show nothing, we're good. All right, cool. Let's do it. I mean, that's literally probably what happened. Or Vin Diesel probably pitched that, and they said he's the producer, so we kind of have to agree with him. Okay, yeah, sounds great, Ben. Great. Also, can we go to space? Space? Really? That's a stupid idea, Ben. Space is cool. I am Groot. One day, you know he's going to say it within the next 2 movies. He's going to say at least once, I am Groot. I guarantee you. There's going to be a Groot reference somewhere in the next 2 movies. Has to be. Vin Diesel's so self-aware of himself by now. You know? Yeah, he also, I heard, he wants to do a crossover with Jurassic Park as his next, in 10 or 11. And I'm like, please, Universal, if you're watching this, do not do this. Please, have self-dignity. Steven Spielberg, if you're watching this, do not say yes to this. I respected you the other day when you said no to a Jaws reboot. Please, have respect for this franchise and just let it die. Do not say yes to the Jurassic Park crossover. Jurassic Furious. I don't want that. Fast and Jurassic. I don't want that either. Jurassic and Furious. I don't want that. I just want Jurassic Dominion to come out and everybody like it and then it go away and die and there's no more Jurassic Parks. I'd rather see the final Jurassic Park movie, that be the end, Dominion. I don't want to see dinosaurs showing up in Fast and Furious in the next movie. Please don't do that. I mean, this movie started getting so ridiculous now. It's almost like, I told my friend the other day, it's like the Roger Moore James Bond movies. Okay? You know how Sean Connery all started out becoming cool and stuff? Then Roger Moore started doing it, they started getting goofy and weird. Like, he goes to space, like they do in this movie. And then also, there's like, he's fighting voodoo tiki men and zombies and all this stuff is happening. He's fighting like a Superman who's basically Jaws and who does crazy stuff and survives. Like, he falls down like a giant freaking, like, what's the thing, the mountain, like, the elevator thing on a cliff. He falls down one of those and survives. It's like, there's so many things that's happened in that movie, the Roger Moore movies, that were so ridiculous, but people still went and watched them and saying, these are getting ridiculous. Okay? It's starting to get that way with the Fast and Furious to where, like, okay, like, I was thinking, like, remember how they're all, James Bond was ridiculous, and then, like, they started taking it seriously with Daniel Craig, and people started liking it again? That's how we need to do. I'm sure one day they're going to reboot Fast and Furious, and I'm sure people will be respecting it again, going, oh yeah, this was much better. Or people will see it and say, the Vin Diesel movies were better. Either way, that's going to happen in the future. So, just so you know. But, yeah, I really thought the movie was fine. If I had to watch it, I will buy it on Blu-ray because I have all the rest of them, so I might as well. I was really hoping this movie would be great, but it seems like Cruella is the best movie of the year so far. I've not seen A Quiet Place 2 yet because there's such a short theatrical window. I'm like, it makes no sense to go see it in theaters then come out on Blu-ray like 3 weeks later. So I'll just buy it on Blu-ray and do like a double review. But yeah, so far the movie season's been disappointing, and we still like got July left. Black Widow is going to be my next review, but I think that's the one I'm going to like the most. But all in all, I'm going to give Fast and Furious a C-. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to have, when Black Widow comes out, I will have that review. I'm going to definitely see it opening weekend, hopefully, as long as everything goes right. I know next weekend's 4th of July. I'm not doing a review for Boss Baby because I don't really review cartoons that much. I mean, I'll do a review for Space Jam New Legacy, but I just don't plan on watching Boss Baby 2. Just not that type of guy. But I will have a review for Black Widow, Space Jam New Legacy, maybe even Space Jam 1. Who knows? But I do got a shirt for Space Jam, so yeah, I probably will get a Space Jam. I just got it in the other day. It's a cool Bugs Bunny shirt. I'm not going to show you it just yet. I'll let you see it and review. And oh yeah, here's the shirt. Fast and Furious shirt. You can get it at Walmart. I got it for like $8 at Walmart. So, but yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you can, just give this video a thumbs up. That's all I ask to help the YouTube algorithm. And fall down the rabbit hole for more. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye, all.
natural.
Of course I am.
All right, let's see what that beast is made of. You ready, Al?